Hi, today I want to talk about time. It's one of the biggest excuses that I hear people discuss when they're talking about why they haven't implemented something new in their small business, why they haven't tried to expand something in their small business, why they haven't tried to perfect the system in their small business when it's been a pain in the ass. And I have been guilty of this more so than anybody else. There's nothing like spending 10 minutes to do something that should take 1 minute just because it would take 20 minutes to set up the system. When you find yourself doing this, doing it the long way around just 2 times takes more time than it would if you would spend 20 minutes once. It's insane. So here's a little bit of wisdom that I want to impart as somebody who has wasted countless hours of time on nonsense. Time does not find you. It's not, everybody goes, I'll find the time. I'll find the time to do this. I'll find the time to do that. You don't find time. You have to make the time. Think of it like a delinquent customer. A delinquent customer is not going to call you and say, hey, you know that bill from 6 months ago that I never paid? Well, yeah, I have $1,000. Do you want to take it? No, they're not. You're going to have to call them over and over and over again and badger them and bitch to get them to pay the bill. And it's the same thing with time. Time is not just going to walk up to you and say, hey, I noticed that you wanted to implement a new cross-platform inventory system. So yeah, here's a couple of hours. I'm just going to set this aside for you. No, you have to make the time. Most people don't have a problem of lack of time. They have a problem with lack of direction. Think about every single person you know in your life that has achieved more success than you in your field. I want you to think really hard about all of these people. Can you name one of them that has more than 24 hours available to them in a day? Can you name one of these people in the United States that has more than 365 days in their year? Can you name one of these people that has a month that's longer than 31 days? They don't. They have the exact same time limitations that you do. The difference is direction. They give themselves specific time. They make that time available to this specific task, and they know how to prioritize things. They know how to delegate. They know how to say, I'm not going to waste more than this amount of time on this issue so that I have this amount of time for this issue. And further, I want you to realize that a lot of the times when you say, I don't have enough time for this because I have to work on this for my customers. I am too busy to do this, that, and the other. A lot of the times you are making yourself feel busy when you don't have to feel busy. As entrepreneurs, we understand what it feels like to sit in a room with no work to do. And it's a miserable fucking feeling. It's a feeling of hopelessness, of desperation that we have to be doing something. And in order to avoid this feeling, a lot of the times, instead of creating new work that will bring us somewhere, we actually wind up creating more work out of the clients we already have. So we'll take the work that we already have and, try to make everything perfect and do this, that, and the other. When we could do this much work to get the desired result, we wind up doing this much work just so that we can feel busy. I want you to realize when you're doing this much work instead of this much work for the same thing. Figure out how to do this much work and then use the time difference that you have to do all these things that you claim you don't have the time for. Everybody in this world has enough time to do everything they want, and in fact they have way more than enough time. The problem is that most people don't have the direction.